Alright. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Tuskegee 87 back again. It's been a while. You know, been in, been out, been all around. And while I was out and about, something had caught my eye and had caught my attention, and I just felt that I needed to vlog about it. Now, this isn't going to necessarily be part of the Tuskegee Experience Renewed, but it's something that I feel that needs to be said, it needs to be done. And it's in reference to all of my young brothers out there, all of my young black men out there, and even, you know, my peers out there who think that what they're currently doing is okay, and that you know, it's what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm here to tell you that it dawned on me that we're feeling this stereotype of how black men or black young men should be. So I've traveled a lot of places, you know, I've been to a lot of places over the US, and it dawned on me that no matter where I go, every black man or every black or young black teenager, young adult male that I see, generally all tend to act the same. Especially the young teenagers. They all tend to act the same. They all tend to have the same subject of conversation. They all seem to have that same little stupid stride that annoys me. And I don't know, I just felt like there's something that I need to address. Because from the West Coast to the East Coast, North and South, and everywhere in between the United States, there's this, like, I don't know, it's like this hive mentality that these young black men or young teenagers are growing up into. You know, they all talk with this slang. They all walk around quoting all of these rap songs that talk about money, cars, clothes, and, you know, women. And they don't understand what that's doing for them. They're like setting their mind up for future failure. And I need to get that out there. I need the young brothers or anyone who has any type of influence over these young brothers to understand that when people see you doing that, all they see is a future lowlife, a future thug, a future someone who is going to grow up to be a mischievous individual and not worthwhile. And it's not a good look. And as I was walking through all these different cities, I noticed that I'm just like, man, this is crazy. You know, these guys act the same exact way. And it's all due to the idiot box. That's what I'm chalking it up to. It's the idiot box, known as the TV if you are not so savvy. But the idiot box is going to get our young generation in a world of hurt for themselves, and it's a sad thing. So I want to bring this to the attention that BET, or Black Entertainment Television, is not meant to express or meant to show what black people feel. It's meant to show what white people feel or think that black people look like or should act. And all of these young teens watch all these BET shows and listen to all these rap songs and do all of this stuff thinking that it's cool because that's what all the celebrities rap about. That's what all the black celebrities rap about. Yeah, man, gotta get this money, gotta get these cars. Yeah, man, got all these girls, don't know where to start. All of that nonsense. I mean, it makes no sense. And it's sad that the parents don't see that, but the other sad thing is the parents are part of the problem because they're not guiding them, and they're not looking at how they're dressing, how they're acting, who they're hanging around, what type of things that they're doing. They're not integrated into their child's life like they should be, and that's not okay. that's just setting their future up for success or for failure. And so I want to bring this up. This is going to be a long discussion. I feel it's going to be a long discussion because I have so much to talk about. But the black community always wants to run around talking about what the white man did to me, what the white man did to me. Oh, I was enslaved. The white people are so bad, blah, blah, blah. And they always label our Caucasian counterparts as the white people. And they mean that in a derogatory term. But the thing is, everybody wants to run around saying, woe is me, I'm the victim. But they don't want to look at what they did to cause this harm on them. I mean, they get mad when white people use the term nigga. But it's okay for them to use that term. But I mean, that's like a double standard for one. That's a whole totally different subject. But I mean, just as a whole, when you run up and you're like, hey, what's up, my nigga? That's just like you, I don't know, it's not embracing your history. That's staying where you are. That's not evolving yourself. Why not come up and say, what's going on, my brother? Why can't we do that? I mean, you don't see other people, you don't see, as everyone calls it, the white people running around saying, what's up, my trailer park trash? I mean, you don't ever hear anybody else doing all that shenanigans. So, I mean, why do you think that's okay? And then the other thing, oh crap, this ain't a good place for me to go. Well, looks like I'm gonna turn around here. So yeah, I mean, I lost my train of thought, but you get what I mean. You get what I'm saying. I mean, that's kind of like being stuck in the past. So, and I mean, again, this thing with everybody was going crazy about Ferguson and getting crazy about all these different black white police officers on black people crime and whatever you want to call it. Anyway, everybody's always like, oh, he shouldn't have used excessive force, this or that, blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, yes, granted, okay, your child died, your son died. Well, what was your son doing to put him in that position? Now, granted, the one with Trayvon, okay, that was a little bit different, you know, situation. But the one where the cop shot the dude in the head who was charging out, I don't forget the whole thing. I think that was the Ferguson one. I don't know. It was so many of them. But anyway, the one of them, the guy had robbed a freaking gas station. And the police officer was trying to do his job by taking this guy to justice. And the guy didn't want to be brought to justice because he felt he was above the law. He thought he could rob, you know, this gas station and it would be okay. But it's not. And everybody wants to get all mad and want to be like, oh no, well, he shouldn't have shot him. He could have did this and that. Well, let's flip this around. If you see a big man running at you, you see a 300-pound man running at you and you're 150 pounds and you don't know what to do, and he's charging and he's on all kinds of stuff, and oh, let's not mention he tried to take your gun from you earlier while you were sitting in the car. What would you do? I mean, realistically, what would you do? So that's something that you got to think about. I mean, granted, he could have used another means, but if the kid wasn't robbing stuff in the first place, you know, he wouldn't have been shot. Same thing with the other crimes. Now, I mean, again, there are some instances where, you know, sometimes cops just take things in their own hands, and, you know, because they get this power thing, they take it in their own hands to do whatever. That's something else totally different. But anyway, getting back on track, I mean, you all need to take a look at yourself, young brothers and young sisters too. Y'all need to take a look at yourself. Get off the idiot box. Get out there and read some books. Gain some knowledge for yourself. Come up with some skills that are better than just being able to recite some raps that aren't going to help you, that don't relate to you at all. I mean, It makes no sense at all. You shouldn't be sitting there talking about, oh, you know, I was raised as a orphan, you know, I didn't have no life or home to go to, so I had to hustle out there. You don't need to be talking about no type of hustling when you staying at home living with your parents, where you should be. Because at that time, you need to be worrying about going to school, making good grades so you can graduate, go get a higher education, or go do something, develop a skill to better yourself. That's what you should be focusing on. You shouldn't be focusing on none of that other BS. Because, I mean, honestly, it's unimportant. So, next thing, the way you dress. Get off of that sagging pants nonsense, because a lot of these kids are walking around sagging their pants and don't even know what it means or where it came from. I mean, basically, if you look at it, when you walk around sagging your pants, that means your butthole's open for interpretation, interest, or whatever it is. And that's generally where it came from, is in the prison cells. And it showed that you belong to somebody. It basically meant you didn't have a manhood because it was taken from you. So if you want to walk around portraying or saying that you belong to some other man, by all means go ahead and do so. But I mean, it's not a good look for you. So just saying. Next thing, young sisters. I mean, y'all walking around here with these tight pants on, or excuse me, these short shirts, tight pants, these tight shirts and all this nonsense, and then y'all attract the wrong attention, and then you're always like, I can't ever find a good man. Why don't you look at what you're wearing, where you're going, what you're doing, and what type of people you hang out with, and then see if that has any correlation. Because if you're out hanging in the clubs, if you're always out, gotta drink because you can't live life without liquor, if you're always gossiping, talking about, ooh, yeah, him so cute, he got big muscles, this and that, oh my God, but you don't know what's in his head, what's in his heart, or anything. I mean, you don't know if he's a godly man, or if he's an atheist, or if he's a smoozer, or whatever the case may be. I mean, ladies, you all need to take a look at that. You need to take a look at yourself. And again, quit falling in line with those stereotypes. Quit being the crazy black woman that everybody sees you for. I mean, it's crazy, man. It is so crazy. Oh, I got so much to say. But anyway, I mean, that's my big thing for the black community, is that you all need to get off the BET, get off the idiot box, make something of yourself. Quit blaming something that happened centuries ago and using that as the reason why you can't further your future. And quit blaming the Caucasian Americans, or as you call it, the white people, for your shortcomings. The people that are here now had nothing to do with your ancestors being slaves. They weren't even born or alive or thought of, and for that matter, neither were you. So why does it matter to you? It's good to know your history, it's good to know your past and all, but quit taking it out on people who had nothing to do with it. I mean, they had absolutely nothing to deal with it. So when you look in the mirror, and this is going to be the this is the theme for today. When you look over your life and you ask yourself, why aren't things going like I think they should? Why am I not succeeding like I want to? Why are things so hard in my life? You need to ask yourself something. Well, first you need to look in the mirror, and then you need to ask yourself something. Have I given my faith and trust in God? Have I prayed to Him? Have I truly prayed to Him? I mean, do I believe that what He has for me is mine and mine alone, and you know, He's gonna make sure that I have what I need to succeed? The other thing you need to ask yourself when you're looking in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, my life isn't great, look back and see what you could have done to get in a better position, and stop blaming other people for your shortcomings. Do you think Martin Luther King would have been able to accomplish the thing that he has been able to accomplish if he sat around all day and said, oh, I'm mad and upset because the white man threw me in jail, the white man beat me, the white man did this or that. No, he wouldn't have. And which, oh, by the way, there were a ton of white people who, you know, were a part of the civil rights thing. So every time people run around and say the white man did this or that to me, the white man helped ensure that you got your civil rights. So that's another thing. Do some history homework. Something. Get off that TV. Get off your freaking phone. Another subject for a different day. That Facebook freaking craze friends that everybody has. I mean, that's another thing that I see. People walk around all the time doing nothing but Facebooking. I mean, can't live their life in the real world because they're too busy stuck in Facebook and can't just see the world for what it is. Which is why they miss so many blessings, miss so many things, and get caught up in so much stuff. Anyway, different lesson for a different day. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Tuskegee X87 going off on his rant, hoping that he can touch the mind of some young man or woman to help make a change in their life, to become closer to God and to become a worthwhile citizen in the U.S. and be that change that they always complain about. So again, Tuskegee 87 telling y'all, straighten up and fly right. I'm out.